Today I'm going to have a go at doing something a little steampunky, and how I'm going to do that is I have covered my MDF board with foil, crinkled it up because that's going to be my background, and you can see how I do that on one of my previous videos if you tap here. And then I'm going to add some bits and pieces to it that I'm going to cut out. I've got a new die that cuts out cogs and different bits and pieces. I've also made what look like washers, and I'm going to put that on it into shapes, and then I'm going to obviously paint the background and paint some different bits and pieces with acrylic, and then I'm going to coat it all with resin. So it should hopefully turn out how I've got it in my head, but things never normally do. And so hopefully it'll turn out well, and we will see what happens. The background I'm going to do is I'm doing a mixture of gold, which is the Reeves gold, and I'm just going to blob some bits of that over. As you can see, hopefully this isn't too glary in the with the lights on this silver foil. I love working with silver foil. I'm also going to add some bronze. I think that's quite a good contrast to the colour. And you might be thinking, well, that's not covering the background, that's just a mess. It's not a mess in here today. I've had a big tidy up, washed all the floor and hoovered in here and got rid of the dust. So I'm really quite pleased with how it's come out. So that's that, and now I'm going to put a little bit of black on it, and this black does come out really, really fast. And the only reason I'm putting a bit of black on it is to dull down some of these colours. Now I don't want to put too much on. Oh, it's Daisy Cinnabird or something outside. I don't want to put too much black on it because I don't want to overpower what colours I have got. Oh, that's a bit of tin for a minute. And how I'm going to do this is I've got a bit of crumpled up paper here. I'm literally just going to merge those colours on this board, because from the steampunk stuff that I've seen, it does look quite old, but it is still got vibrant colours in it. It's just finding them. I don't. Oh look, that's very black there. Actually, I don't mind that at all. And I want texture, so that's why I've got the textured background, and that's also why I'm doing it like this, because when that dries, that will dry with quite a lot of texture as well. And blend that black in. There we go. Get rid of, I don't want any silver showing through at this point, because I may have some silver cogs going off in it with the oh look, there's a bit of paper there. Let's get rid of that. Sorry, it's fell off the paper. I should have perhaps used a bit of material rather than this. That wouldn't have done that. But don't want any of those lines. I want it all to have like a stipply effect. I'll let that dry for a couple of hours to make sure it's quite dry. And in the meantime, what I should be doing is I should be getting my Sizzix machine. Here we go. And I have my cutting dies, how I'm going to be making my cogs and things. I'm going to make a few more, and then when I'm ready, we'll come back. As you can see, I've finished cutting these all out now, and I've cut them out of different types of cans. That was a Pepsi Max, that was out of a Monster energy drink. There's some that are cut out of Coca-Cola cans, a few out of some Fanta cans, and some Red Bull cans as well. Now, I was going to do it where they were all going to be the silver coming up, but I really like the colours that have come from them. As you can see, there's some really quite good colours coming from them. And I was going to make a particular pattern. I was going to do either a heart or a face or something like that. But what I really do like is I like the randomness of these, and I think they'll show off really well in the resin. Now, these ones I'm not going to have the colour up because I think the corner ones, which are all slightly different, actually really frame the picture quite nicely in silver. So with the background that I've got, some of these stand out really, really well. So I'm going to be using the upside of those, the actual cogs themselves, and so none of the silver shows. But what I'm going to do is I've got some washers that I've made, I'm going to be using them up silver. So there are going to be a few little bits of silver dotted around. Now the base is dry now, and I think the most important thing is to get the corners on first, because I do want those corners to fit in there quite nicely. And how I'm going to do that is with good old Pritt stick. I don't know if you have Pritt stick available, but I use Pritt stick a lot, and I find it doesn't react with resin once I've used resin, and it glues the metal down really well. So there we go, there are the corners in. So I'm now sticking these down with resin. It's actually a lot quicker, and because I'm going to put another coat over the resin anyway, I think it'll work a little bit better. It's certainly a lot quicker than trying to do it with the Pritt stick. And when I'm trying to overlap the cogs, they're not overlapping very well with the Pritt stick. So what I'm doing is I'm just pouring a bit of resin down like this, sticking one of the cogs on top, okay, letting that settle off, and then I'm pushing it down when I've let that settle for a minute or two, and that way it is coming out a little bit better. So that's now all the cogs and all the bits that I want to put down are now all stuck on. Some of them are sticking up slightly, which I'm leaving as it is because it gives it more of a three-dimensional feel. And once this resin is dry, obviously I'm going to go over it with quite a thick coat of clear resin anyway, so you're not going to notice that'll just not be there. It will be there, but it just won't be seen. So this is how it is at the moment. I'm absolutely loving how it's looking at the moment, so I'm hoping that when it gets its final coat of resin over the top, that it's going to look as good as I hope it's going to look. It's very different for me, and I'm really starting to like it. So I'm going to wait for this to dry. This is resin 8 that I'm using, so it will be touch dry within about 4 hours. And I will probably put another coat of it over in about 4 hours time. So this has now been drying for about 4 hours, and it's touch dry. I'm really happy with the way it's coming out, and actually where the resin is over the background colour, it's really brought it out. I'm really liking that effect. So what I'm going to do now is I've mixed my resin, and I'm going to give it a top coat, and then that should cover all that. Now this will produce some bubbles under these bits where there's air trapped under them, so I will torch them out. It's not going to hurt anything because this is obviously metal. and then we'll leave it and see what it looks like in the morning. So here we go. So, there we have it. A steampunkish picture, mixed media really, made with some cutouts of these little cogs, background painted in acrylics, and I really think that's come out really well. I really like that. Yeah, I loves it, I would say. I loves it. So, please let me know what your thoughts are. I will take some photographs of it in the morning when it's dry. It's now dry, it's cured, and I absolutely loves it. I think this has come out really well. It's really simple, mixed media picture using resin. I really am pleased with how this comes out. The background has absolutely made this as well, and it was very easy. I loves it. Please let me know what you think in the comments, any suggestions or any questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more of my videos. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like and share this video as much as you can to help my channel grow. Bye.